Summer, it's finally here and I couldn't be happier. It feels like it took forever to get here. And that means we need activities to do throughout the next couple of months. So I have a list and I've written everything down. I even got your feedback too. So in this video, I'm gonna give you some ideas and inspirations for summer must-dos. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet, taking a seat down today in a little bit different style of video because I have a lot of things to talk about. So it's gonna be a little bit more talky in this video. A couple of weeks ago on my community tab over on my YouTube page, I asked you guys, what are some of your summer must-dos with your kids? And a lot of you responded with some great ideas and inspirations. In fact, I've added them to our list as well. So I have a list here and I have them in a couple different categories and I wanted to go over them with you. And if you have ideas that you think are just amazing to do with kids in the summer, you're gonna have to let me know too down in the comments and give me some of your ideas. Plus tell me what you do. I would love to hear what you do because it's really fun and interesting to see what other people are doing in the summer. So let's get started with our summer must-dos with my kids. And the first one we're gonna start off with is summer reading. I feel like summer reading is something that just about everybody likes to do. And it's so important, it's so easy, and it's really accessible. So I have done summer reading programs with my kids ever since they were really little. And even my oldest, when she was younger, I would go to the library and do the summer reading programs there. So there are a couple of different ways you can do summer reading programs. I think I did a video about it last year, maybe. If so, I'll pop it up here in the corner for you to check out. And in this video, I talked about all kinds of different summer reading programs that might be available in your area. Libraries are definitely ones to check out. If you haven't done a library summer reading program, you're probably missing out. Some of them have really great prizes. I think last year, a lot of you guys commented with some amazing prizes that kids got for reading summer books. I was just astounded, amazed. Our libraries, they're okay. You get coupons for things, but not as great as some of your libraries out there. Another thing we like to do is go over to Barnes & Noble. And usually we go there just to go shopping for books on our shelves. So we check out books in the library, but we also like to get some to keep on our shelves too. And some of those that will be reread over and over again, more of the classic books. So we usually take a trip to Barnes & Noble and take a look at what we can find. I showed this before on Instagram. It is our current bookshelf. So we do like to buy books and keep books. And some of these need to be cleared out because they're just a little bit too young. And some of these they haven't read. So as part of our cleanup process, we'll probably have to figure out which books those are and then go from there. I always have trouble at Barnes & Noble though because there are so many options out there now and I haven't read many of them. And so I kind of fall back on the classics that I have read before in the past for my kids and that I enjoyed them and I know they would enjoy them. So if you have book ideas, I need them. So we have a going into 4th grader and a going into 5th grader. And so I need book ideas for them on some really good classics that I know they will like. So we go to Barnes & Noble to buy some books from our shelves, but they also have a reading program too. And their reading program is pretty awesome because at the end of it, they give you a free book off this whole long list. So if you want a free book, you gotta check out Barnes & Noble. Somebody in the comments also mentioned Pizza Hut. Oh my gosh, the Book It program. I remember that from when I was a kid. Book It was like the best thing to do and the schools kind of ushered it in. So I didn't even know it still existed, but according to this person's comment, it does. So you might want to check into the Pizza Hut Book It program. So if we don't do the summer reading program or we don't do Barnes & Noble, we'll record all of our books here at home. I showed you guys in my Dollar Tree haul, I think it was. I get the little sheets that have the spots on them that you can put stickers on, kind of like a chart, and you can use these charts for anything. We like to use them for reading. I got some panda ones, little ice cream cone ones, and they serve as bookmarks too. So you can put them in your book and your kid can see, you know, how far along they've gotten. You can put one sticker per book, or you can put one sticker for every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes they read. We do time, so every 30 minutes because they are older and they can go longer spans of time of reading and they get a sticker. And then at the end, we'll figure out a prize of something they want to do. I don't know, we're gonna talk about it and see what my kids want to do, but definitely consider setting that up at home. It's really simple to do and you can use the books you already have or the books in the library. So the next section I have on my list, I headed it field trips. And this is local field trips. So I am fortunate enough to live in a beautiful city of San Diego and there's so many things to do here. Plus we already have some memberships to some places. So you already know, if you've been watching the Purple Alphabet, we will be going to Legoland. We always go to Legoland. It's like our place and it's just a really easy, simple place to go to. And when you have a membership, you don't have to spend all day there because you don't feel like you're wasting wasting money. So when you go over multiple visits and stay a couple hours, it's really worth it. So if you have some places that you can go to over and over in the summer and like buy a membership, that's actually really, really worth it, because then you can go over and over and over again, and it actually ends up being super cheap per visit. So I highly recommend that. So for us, it's Legoland. Not only Legoland, they have an aquarium. Not only the aquarium, they also have the water park, which is going to be great on some hot days. That is definitely on our list to go to, as we do every year. We also have the San Diego Zoo and the San Diego Wild Animal Park, or Safari Park, one of the two. They always switch the names on me. And so we have memberships to those places too, and so we will be visiting and frequently them. The zoo is a new membership for us, so we haven't really fully even explored both of the parks, so it's gonna be really cool to go and have some time to do that too. What we don't have is a membership to the Science Museum, and that is one place that is on my list that I definitely wanna take them. We've taken them when they were really, really little, like maybe preschool age, and then one of them was kind of a baby, so this would be a good opportunity to go now that they're a little bit older. They are almost 9 and 10, and so that way they can kind of have a different experience than they would have had when they were younger. So that is on my list. Also, we have a local place called Seaport Village, which is just a whole bunch of shops set right on the water and restaurants, and I thought we could take a walk down there. So if you have an area in your town that you don't go to, maybe it's a tourist area and you just don't tend to go there, because who goes to tourist areas when you live there? It's like the weirdest thing ever that people do. Then I would definitely recommend looking to see those places that you just haven't been to in a while, and your kids are probably going to really enjoy them, especially if they don't cost any money. I think that is actually key. A field trip to the fair. Now you can have a state fair, a county fair. Ours is county. We do have a state one, but we'll probably end up going to the county fair, which is back this year, which is really exciting. And then also on this list is berry picking. We like to pick strawberries. We've done raspberries, we've done blackberries and blueberries, but I think we might end up doing strawberries and blueberries this year. And it's just a really fun way to get out, pick some berries, and have something to take home with you to eat. It's a lot of fun. My kids have enjoyed it every time we go. So definitely put that on our list too. My next kind of subtopic on my list of things to do for the summer with the kids is to get outside. Now this has kind of been my mantra ever since the whole, world kind of shut down, is to get outside more often, and it's just so healthy. So I have a whole list of some things that we want to do. The first one is to hike in a new place, and we just recently started taking the kids on hikes and they've loved it. And they're not really long hikes or strenuous hikes, just to get out and to explore new spaces, and it can be really, really beautiful. So I want to find a new place that we can take them to hike to. I think that would be great. Next is visit a new playground. San Diego has a zillion playgrounds. Like there's so many playgrounds here, and so we are going to find a new one to go visit and to play on for an afternoon. I have on here a beach walk. A beach walk is something we love to do, and we do every now and then, not as frequently as I would like to. It gets me out and moving and having some exercise. The kids love just kind of running in the water, and then they also want to do like a beach play day where we actually don't walk and we just sit on the beach and just play. So that is on my list too. Fortunate enough to have a beach here. I know not everybody has a beach, but I'm sure you can find a body of water somewhere. A splash pad in a local park would also work really well, or you can set up the sprinkler in your yard. Speaking of water, I do have on here a pool visit. So we have access to a pool, and we will be hitting up the pool a lot. I mean, we are little fish, so my kids love doing that. And then lastly on my get outside list is tennis. So they recently started taking tennis lessons, and I just want to take them out and to practice and hit balls for fun, and to maybe find a wall where they can practice on. So I definitely want to do that. And my next subtopic is learning. I couldn't quite think of a category name for this. If you can think of a better one, let me know. But let me tell you what's on the list. The first one I have is art projects. So art projects, my daughter, I have one that really, really loves art. And so we went to the dollar store, we found some things that we want to decorate for the summer, and I'm sure we will add on to it. Plus use some of those art supplies that we have in our art closet, because there's so many things in there. And so they kind of build up and build up, and we just need to do that. And sometimes they just like to create with like no like specific project in mind, and I'm totally fine with that too. So we're gonna definitely dig into that art closet, use some of those materials, and I'll post all about that over on Instagram and show you everything that they do. Then we have on here a new game. I do have a couple games that have been in our closet, which we haven't even tried yet. So definitely want to learn a new game with them. It might be just new to me and not new to them, but definitely gonna do some kind of games. School workbooks, they brought home a whole bunch of books. Some of them aren't finished, and so our teachers were recommending that they continue on during the summer. This one's a hard one because we tend to forget about them, but we'll probably try and finish them up at the beginning half of the summer versus the end, just to kind of keep skills refreshed. Then typing. My girls love to do online typing. I think it was maybe 2 years ago in a video I talked about online things that are free for kids to do, and typing was one of them. And there's a specific one that they go to, I can't remember off the top of my head, I will have to try and remember, where it's completely free and they can get some typing exercise in there, which is really great, especially if they do online learning still, or if they're getting to the age where a lot of their assignments have to be typed. So we're going into 5th grade next year, and so this is something I definitely want to work on, or else typing out answers or papers, it's gonna take a while. So that typing practice really helps out with that. And that might be one of the only thing that is actually online on my list. I try to make everything on the list not be digital. So that is one of the digital things. And then in learning, I also have on here pen pals. So my girls have gotten an address from their friends, and yeah, their friends are real local and they could probably see them in a 5-minute, 10-minute drive, but they love writing. And so for a cost of a package of stamps for the summer, they can go ahead and write. Sometimes they send postcards. If we go on a trip, they like to send a postcard from there, and then the friend writes them back and then they can read. So it's a great writing exercise to do over the summer, and they don't even feel like they're learning. It's amazing. It's really, really great. So I highly recommend finding a pen pal, if not 1, 2, or 3 or more, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I have the list that I'm personally kind of dreading, but it has to happen. And I called this part of my list, this little segment, Need to Do, because we need to do it. No matter what, these things need to get done. It's a necessity, and it feels so good when it is done. The first one is clean their rooms. Here is the situation in the bedroom. We have one loft over here. All of this needs to be fixed. But the worst is over here. All of this needs to be fixed. We gotta go through it, clear it out. It's just a mess. And we do have containers and things in here, like these to store, and we're just not very good at doing that. They are a mess. We do so well throughout the year, but then every now and then things get so busy and things start piling up that we have no other option but just to let it pile up because we don't have time to clean it up. My girls do share a room by choice, so there's 2 kind of loft beds in there, and underneath the loft beds is where all of their individual stuff is. So we need to do that, clear it out, take away things that aren't used anymore. You know the whole thing, find donations. Their closet is actually kind of organized because I went through it with them, but we do need to go through and fine tune that. And then we have another bedroom, which is basically filled with a lot of stuff, and they take out toys and they don't put them away, or they take it out like a big Legoland that we have going right now on the floor. I'll show you, hold on. Then in this bedroom, we have Legoland still going, and this has been up for months, and I hate having to put it away because she's spent so much time in detail. I mean, look at this detail. It's so cute. And she's done so much with it, but it needs to go. There's the mess of her building. We have games that need to be put away over there. We have things on the bed, which have been taken out and not put away, and artwork. So we need to straighten this up. So you see what I mean? We need to clean up. So that is on my list. And that's probably the first thing I'm gonna do is clean up the rooms. Then once we do that, I will have also another idea, like when I get through their closet, of the summer clothes that they need. So I have children that are growing like weeds, and we need some summer clothes pretty badly. So we're gonna go on a little shopping spree and just get the things that they need, and maybe a little extra thing here and there. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, because your mama likes to shop. And we're gonna find the things that they need. Definitely know we need some shorts and a couple of summer dresses and some shoes. Definitely need some shoes because those feet are growing. I mean, my kids, wow, I don't know. They just grew, and I blinked and they grew like 5 inches. So we'd have to do that. And then camp. This isn't a dreaded thing, but I do dread signing them up. I know I'm late in the game. Like, if you want to do summer camps, I probably should have like signed them up a few months ago, but there are a few here and there that I know are still open, especially with their school. So I have to go through that, and that needs to be a priority, and get them into at least 1 or 2 camps. They might do a tennis one, and I found some STEM ones through their school, and then maybe, just maybe, a rock climbing one. I don't know about that. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if they're gonna go for it. So I gotta sign up those. So these are the needs to do now. We need to do these things now, the priority things. And then my last little section I have entitled, this is a good title, Other. because I don't know what else to call it. It's other things that I want to accomplish and didn't really have a good category to put them in. The first thing is a movie at the movie theater, and this might be the outdoor movie theater, the drive-in. I think they really liked that when we went a couple of years ago. So either that or just the regular movie theater. I have to see what movies are going to be coming out this summer. I think there's a Minion one or something like that. Go for donuts. I just saw on the news that there's some really great places to get some donuts. So I want to go to a new donut place and check that out. Ice cream. Definitely on our list, but a new place that we haven't been to before, and try some new ice cream parlors and also supporting smaller businesses. Road trip is on the list. We have one already planned. I think I told you guys we're heading up to Palm Springs, so it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be great because we are going to be on the lazy river for pretty much the whole thing. And then a play date with friends. And so play dates with friends are a little bit harder because everybody has different schedules, but I definitely wanna see if we can find some of their friends and at least have one outing with them. And maybe that outing, maybe it's not at our house. Maybe it's at one of these other places that we want to go and do. So that might be something that I'd be up for too. I would love to hear like what is on your list, any of these things that you miss, because your feedback has really helped me put together my list. So I'm very grateful for that. So leave me a comment, talk to me, tell me what you guys are doing this summer. Also, I was considering doing kind of a week in the life of our first week of summer vacation, trying to knock off a lot of these on our must-do list. So if that's something you want to see, will you let me know? Because a lot of times I don't do videos like that because I'm not sure if you guys want to see that, like see our everyday lives. I also have another video up here on the screen that I think you'd like to check out. So go and check out that after you watch this video. And don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this and give me a thumbs up to show your love.